Understanding your toilet, anatomy and basics. Welcome back to Weekend Workshop Pro. Today, we're starting with a fixture that every homeowner uses daily, but rarely thinks about until something goes wrong: the toilet. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how your toilet works, which will make you more confident and capable when it comes to diagnosing and fixing issues in the future. So let's dive in and take a closer look at your toilet's anatomy. Let's face it, toilets are one of the most important home fixtures. It's easy to take them for granted when they're working properly, but when they're not, when the tank won't stop running, the flush is weak, or worse, it overflows, they can quickly become a homeowner's nightmare. Knowing how a toilet works can empower you to troubleshoot and tackle these problems without immediately calling a plumber. Not only will this knowledge save you money, but it will also save you the frustration of dealing with issues that could have been easily avoided with a bit of maintenance. Plus, you'll feel like a DIY pro in no time. Alright, let's get into the nuts and bolts, or should I say the valves and levers of how your toilet works. To truly understand your toilet, you need to know its main parts and what they do. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it might seem. At their core, most toilets use the same simple mechanisms, which we'll break down one by one. Think of the fill valve as the refueling station for your toilet. It's responsible for refilling the tank after every flush. The fill valve is usually on the left side of the toilet tank, connected to the water supply line. After a flush, it lets water flow into the tank, stopping when the tank is full again. This part is crucial for every flush cycle and can be adjusted to control how much water fills the tank. If you've ever heard a toilet constantly running, a malfunctioning fill valve might be the culprit. The flush valve is the gatekeeper. It sits in the center of the toilet tank and is responsible for releasing water from the tank into the bowl during a flush. When you press the handle, it opens the flush valve, sending water rushing down to flush waste out of the bowl. If the valve doesn't open fully or gets stuck, you might experience a weak or incomplete flush. We'll talk more about diagnosing these kinds of issues in future videos. Connected to the flush valve is the flapper, which is essentially a rubber or plastic seal. When you press the tank lever, the flapper lifts to release water. Once the tank is emptied, the flapper falls back into place to seal off the valve again, allowing the fill valve to refill the tank. If your toilet is constantly running, it could be because the flapper is not sitting properly or has worn out over time, letting water leak into the bowl. The float is like your toilet's water level sensor. As the tank refills after a flush, the float rises with the water level. Once the water reaches the desired height, the float signals the fill valve to shut off. There are two common types of floats: the old-school ball float, which is attached to a long arm, and the more modern cup float, which is directly connected to the fill valve. If the float isn't adjusted correctly, your toilet might refill too much or too little water. The overflow tube plays a vital safety role. It prevents the water in the tank from overflowing. If something malfunctions and the water level rises too high, the overflow tube redirects the extra water into the toilet bowl instead of flooding your bathroom. The tank lever is the part you interact with the most, usually located on the outside of the tank. When you press the lever, it pulls on a chain or rod connected to the flapper, which then opens the flush valve. Over time, the lever can bend, loosen, or break, affecting its ability to lift the flapper and initiate a proper flush. Now that you're familiar with the key parts, let's see how they work together during a flush cycle. Here's a step-by-step breakdown. Press the tank lever. When you push the lever, it lifts the flapper, opening the flush valve. 2. Water rushes to the bowl. Water from the tank flows quickly into the bowl, creating enough force to flush waste down the drain and through the plumbing system. 3. Flapper reseals. Once the tank is emptied, the flapper falls back into position, sealing the flush valve so no more water can escape. 4. Tank refills. The fill valve activates, letting water flow into the tank. The float gradually rises as the water fills, signaling the fill valve to shut off when the desired water level is reached. 5. Toilet is ready for the next flush. The tank is now full again, and the toilet is ready for its next use. This flush cycle happens in a matter of seconds and is repeated thousands of times in a year. An efficient flush isn't just about convenience, it's also about conservation and preventing costly issues. A weak flush might leave waste behind or clog your pipes. On the other hand, improper water levels can waste gallons daily, adding up on your water bill. By maintaining your toilet and making sure everything runs smoothly, you'll avoid unnecessary repairs and keep water usage efficient. Because you now understand how a well-functioning toilet operates, you'll be better equipped to notice when something's not quite right. Here are some common signs of toilet trouble. The toilet won't stop running. This could indicate an issue with the flapper, fill valve, or float. The flush is too weak. A clogged flush valve or flapper might be to blame. Water is leaking into the bowl. Again, the flapper or flush valve seal might be faulty. The tank takes too long to refill. This can signal a clogged or partially open fill valve. When you know where to look, diagnosing these issues becomes much easier, which means you can often fix them yourself instead of calling in a professional. To make all of this even clearer, let's take a quick walkthrough using an actual toilet setup or a simplified diagram. We'll point to each part we've discussed and show you exactly how they interact during a flush cycle. Watching this process in action will help you form a mental map of how your own toilet works. Take a look at your toilet and see if you can locate these parts. This is the first step to becoming an expert in your home's plumbing. Now that you understand toilet anatomy and functionality, you're ready for the next step, learning how to fix issues when they arise. In future videos, we'll cover topics like how to replace a worn-out flapper, adjusting your float to fix running water, replacing a damaged fill or flush valve. Each video will build on the knowledge you've gained today. Toilets might seem intimidating at first, but as you've seen, they're not too complicated once you break them down into their essential parts and functions. A bit of time spent understanding your toilet now can prevent headaches later. It can even save you money and water. As a homeowner, having a basic understanding of how things work in your home is empowering. Toilets are one of the best places to start because they're essential, simple to understand, and relatively easy to maintain. If you found this video helpful, leave us a comment below and let us know. Have questions about your toilet or a specific issue? We'd love to hear it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the rest of this series. Now that you know your toilet inside and out, it's time to roll up your sleeves and look at your own setup. Start by inspecting each part we covered and get familiar with how it all works. You're one step closer to becoming a confident DIY homeowner. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video of our home maintenance series. Happy flushing. Stop that running toilet. Easy fixes every homeowner should know. Tired of hearing your toilet run non-stop and watching your water bill climb higher each month? You're not alone. A running toilet is one of the most common yet easiest to fix household problems. Stick with me, and I'll show you step by step how to diagnose and fix this issue in no time. Plus, I'll help you understand just how much money and water you could be saving by tackling it today. A running toilet is more than just a minor annoyance. It's like leaving a faucet dripping 24/7, except it wastes far more water. On average, a running toilet can waste up to 200 gallons of water in a single day. That's enough to fill 4 full bathtubs. What does that mean for your wallet? If left unchecked, a running toilet could add $20 or more to your monthly water bill. Beyond money, this is an environmental concern. Fixing this issue helps conserve water, a vital resource we all depend on. Don't worry, most fixes are simple, requiring just a little time and basic adjustments. So, grab a flashlight, open your toolbox, and let's dive in. For a quick fix, a basic understanding of your toilet's mechanism is helpful. Inside the tank, 3 main components work together every time you flush. The chain. This small chain lifts the flapper when you flush. The flapper, a rubber piece that seals the tank after refilling. The float and fill valve. Together, they regulate the water level in your tank. When any of these components aren't working properly, such as a flapper that isn't sealing correctly or a chain that's too short or tangled, the tank doesn't refill properly and water keeps running. Now let's explore how to pinpoint the exact issue. Listen for leaks. Can you hear the sound of water running long after flushing? That's your first clue. Open the tank lid carefully, don't worry, the water here is clean, and observe. 2. Look at the water level. Is the water overflowing into the overflow tube? If so, the float may need adjusting. 3. Inspect the components. Check the chain, flapper, and float for obvious signs of wear, misalignment, or damage. Pay close attention to anything that looks out of place. Now that you have an idea of what might be wrong, let's move on to fixing each potential issue. The chain inside the tank is a frequent culprit. If it's too loose, too tight, or tangled, it can prevent the flapper from sealing properly. How to fix it? Adjust the chain length by hooking it onto a lower link to shorten it or a higher one to loosen it. You're aiming for a small amount of slack without the chain being taut. Test the flush afterward to ensure the chain lifts the flapper completely and allows it to close snugly when the flush is complete. The float is a piece that rises with the water level and signals when to stop filling the tank. If the float is set too high, water will overflow into the tube, causing the tank to constantly refill. How to fix it? Locate the float adjustment screw on the fill valve. Turn it clockwise to lower the water level or counterclockwise to raise it. Modern toilets may have a sliding mechanism instead. Refer to your toilet model instructions if needed. Adjust the float so the water level is about an inch below the overflow tube. The rubber flapper creates a watertight seal so water stays in the tank. Over time, it can wear out, warp, or develop mineral deposits, causing leaks. How to fix it? Turn off the water supply using the shut-off valve behind the toilet. Remove the flapper and inspect it for damage. If it's deteriorated, replace it with a new one, available at any hardware store. Reattach the flapper, turn the water back on, and test the flush to ensure the leak is resolved. If water continues to flow even after adjusting the float, the fill valve might be to blame. How to fix it? Test the fill valve by lifting the float arm manually. If the water doesn't stop, the valve may need replacing. Shut off the water supply, follow your toilet model's instructions to replace the valve, and reconnect everything. Let's talk numbers. Here's how much a running toilet could cost you. A slow leak can waste around 30 gallons of water per day. Over a month, that's 900 gallons. If the toilet runs constantly, that number skyrockets to 6,000 gallons or more per month. Even at an average water rate of just $0.003 per gallon, your bill could increase by $18 to $40 monthly, or nearly $500 a year. By fixing your toilet, you're saving money and eliminating unnecessary water waste, an all-around win for your wallet and the environment. Fixing a running toilet is step one, but regular maintenance can prevent future problems. Here's how to keep your toilet in top shape. Inspect the tank monthly. Make a habit of lifting the lid and checking components for wear or misalignment. Inspect the tank monthly. Make a habit of lifting the lid and checking components for wear or misalignment. Inspect the tank monthly. Make a habit of lifting the lid and checking components for wear or misalignment. 2. Clean the flapper and valve. Mineral buildup can create issues. A quick scrub with a soft brush will keep them working smoothly. 3. Be mindful of flushable items. Only flush toilet paper to prevent damage to internal mechanisms. Non-flushable items can cause clogs or affect the flush components over time. 4. Invest in quality parts. If you need replacements, buy durable ones. Spending a little extra on quality parts means fewer repairs in the future. If you've tried everything and your toilet keeps running, there might be a more complex issue, such as a malfunctioning overflow tube or deeper plumbing concerns. In this case, it's time to call a professional plumber. Yes, most fixes, like adjusting the float or chain, can be done with your hands. For more extensive repairs, you'll only need basic household tools like pliers and a screwdriver. If done properly, these adjustments and part replacements can last for years. Proactive maintenance, like keeping the inside of the tank clean, can extend the lifespan of your toilet even further. Fixing a running toilet doesn't require you to be a handyman or spend a fortune. With just a few adjustments to the chain, float, flapper, or fill valve, you can say goodbye to the constant sound of running water and hello to savings. Here's what you gained today. The ability to diagnose the problem with confidence. Simple solutions to common issues. A clear understanding of how much money and water you're saving by addressing the problem. Thank you for joining me on this important and satisfying home maintenance journey. Small DIY fixes like this empower us as homeowners, and I'm thrilled to guide you along the way. If this video helped you, don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment below sharing your success story. And if you know friends or family who are battling a running toilet, share this video with them. It could save them hundreds of dollars. For more DIY home tips, subscribe to the channel and don't miss my next video. Until next time, happy fixing. Replacing a faulty flapper, save water, money, and your sanity. Is your toilet running non-stop or refusing to hold water? Don't ignore it. It's not just annoying, it's also wasting heaps of water and increasing your utility bill. The good news? You can fix it quickly, even if you're not the handiest person around. In this guide, we'll show you how to identify the issue, choose the right replacement, and install a new toilet flapper step by step. Let's dive right in and bring your toilet back to tip-top shape. A constantly running toilet is one of the easiest signs that something's not quite right, and more often than not, the issue traces back to the flapper. But before we leap into the repair, it's essential to confirm that your flapper is the problem. First, let's identify the symptoms of a failing flapper. Your toilet makes a hissing or running noise even when it's not in use. You notice frequent refilling of the tank, indicating water is leaking into the bowl. A noticeable drop in flushing power or efficiency. If any of these apply, it's time to dig deeper using a simple diagnostic tool, the dye test. The dye test is a foolproof way to confirm whether your flapper is leaking water. Here's how. Lift the tank lid carefully and set it aside. Add a few drops of food coloring or a dye tablet into the water in the tank. 3. Wait for 10-15 minutes without flushing or using the toilet. After the wait, check the water in the bowl. If you see the colored dye, it's clear. Your flapper isn't sealing properly and it's time for a replacement. Diagnosed? Great. Let's move on to gathering the right replacement flapper. When it comes to replacing your toilet flapper, one size doesn't fit all. Toilets can be surprisingly picky with their components, so choosing the wrong flapper can lead to leaks or improper functioning. Here's what you need to know. There are generally two kinds of flappers. 1. Flat flappers. These are used in older toilets and have a flat rubber disc design. 2. Rounded or universal flappers. Found in modern toilets, these are dome-shaped and often come with adjustable settings. Most toilets use either a standard 2-inch flapper or a larger 3-inch version. To identify which one you need, check your toilet's manual. Alternatively, remove your old flapper and bring it to the hardware store for size matching. By matching the design and size, you'll ensure compatibility with your toilet. Once you have your new flapper, you're ready to get hands-on with the repair. Before you can install the new flapper, there's a bit of prep work to make sure the process goes smoothly. Locate the water shutoff valve near the base of your toilet and twist it clockwise to stop the flow of water. This will prevent the tank from refilling while you work. Flush the toilet once to empty the tank of as much water as possible. There may still be some residual water left, which you can sponge out if needed. But don't worry if there's just a little. It won't interfere with the repair. Detach the old flapper from the flush valve. Most flappers connect via side hooks or snaps, which come off easily. Disconnect the chain from the lever inside the tank. You may need to lightly untangle it. With the old flapper removed, you now have access to the flush valve seat. This brings us to the next critical step. Over time, the flush valve seat can develop mineral buildup or debris, which can prevent a tight seal even with a new flapper. Take a soft sponge or cloth and give it a thorough cleaning. You'll thank yourself later when there are no leaks to worry about. Now that your flush valve seat is squeaky clean, it's time to install the new flapper. Hook the flapper arms onto the flush valve. If your new flapper features clips or clasps, secure them as instructed. Reconnect the chain to the toilet lever arm. Aim to attach it to a similar position as the old chain. 3. Ensure the flapper sits directly over the flush valve seat and seals it completely. Don't worry if this feels a bit fiddly at first. Getting it just right is a key part of the process. Even with the flapper installed, a poorly adjusted chain can cause flushing issues. Too tight, and the flapper won't close properly, too loose, and it won't lift fully during a flush. Don't sweat it. We'll get it right. The chain should have just enough slack that the flapper can lie flat over the valve seat. When you flush, the lever should lift the flapper high enough to allow a full gush of water, but return to its sealed position when the flush is complete. Use trial and error to achieve the perfect balance. If the chain is tangling or snagging, move the connection point higher or lower along the lever arm. With your new flapper installed and the chain adjusted, it's time for the moment of truth, testing. Turn the water supply back on by twisting the shutoff valve counterclockwise. Allow the tank to refill fully, then flush the toilet. 3. Observe the flapper's operation closely during the flush. If everything's done correctly, the flapper should lift cleanly during the flush and reseat tightly afterward. Chain too long or tangled? Shorten the chain for a taut connection. Persistent leaking? Recheck the flush valve seat for debris or adjust the flapper's position. Flapper not sealing. Confirm that you've chosen the correct size and type for your toilet model. Once everything is functioning smoothly, you're officially done. But the work doesn't end here. A properly functioning flapper is great, but like most plumbing components, it won't last forever. Consistent maintenance goes a long way in avoiding future headaches. Check your flapper every few months for wear, cracks, or signs of hardening. Over time, rubber flappers can become brittle or misshapen, leading to leakage. Perform the dye test periodically to catch leaks early. Identifying and fixing tiny leaks sooner will prevent water waste and keep your utility bills under control. By staying on top of these simple tasks, you'll ensure your toilet operates efficiently for years to come. Congratulations! You've tackled a common plumbing issue like a pro, and your toilet is back in working order. This small fix will make a big difference, not just for your home but for the environment and your wallet. To ensure you're ready for more home maintenance solutions, subscribe to our channel and watch our other DIY guides. With a little knowledge and effort, you can stay on top of home repairs and avoid unnecessary expenses. Say goodbye to a running toilet and hello to peace of mind. Save water, save money, and most importantly, save yourself the stress of hiring a plumber. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video, fixing flush problems, troubleshooting common toilet issues. A weak or incomplete toilet flush can be more than just a slight annoyance. It can waste water, disrupt your daily routine, and even hint at bigger plumbing problems down the line. But don't worry. In this video, we're going to help you fix these common flush problems quickly and cost-effectively, all without a plumber. By following this guide, you'll learn how to troubleshoot, identify, and resolve issues like clogged rim jets, improper water tank levels, or a partially clogged trapway. Let's get started. Before diving into the solutions, it's essential to understand what causes weak or incomplete toilet flushes. What exactly is happening if your toilet doesn't seem to clear waste in a single flush? Most commonly, the issue boils down to one of the following. Clogged rim jets. These are the tiny holes under the rim of the toilet bowl that release water during a flush. If they're blocked, they can reduce the power of the flush. Improper water level. If the water level in your tank is too low, there's not enough pressure to push waste down efficiently. Partially clogged trapway. A blockage in the trapway, the curved pipe built into your toilet, may restrict water and waste flow. The first step is always identifying the problem. Let's break these down, one by one, and tackle them with simple DIY solutions. One of the most common culprits behind weak flushes is clogged rim jets. These jets are responsible for evenly distributing water around your toilet bowl during every flush, ensuring a powerful and efficient cleaning. If they're blocked, your flush loses its effectiveness. Begin by examining the rim jets under the toilet bowl's edge. You may notice mineral buildup, discoloration, or debris clogging the holes. If water seems to trickle out unevenly during a flush, this could also be a sign of clogged jets. A sturdy wire or straightened paper clip. A flashlight. A vinegar solution. Rubber gloves. Safety. First, put on your rubber gloves. While this is a simple task, keeping your hands clean is always a good idea. 2. Locate the jets. Use your flashlight to spot the small holes under the toilet bowl's rim. Mineral deposits or dirt may obstruct them. 3. Unclog the jets. Gently insert the wire or straightened paper clip into each jet opening. Move the wire in a circular motion to loosen and remove any blockage. 4. Flush to test. Once cleaned, flush the toilet to see if the water flows smoothly from the rim jets. Vinegar. Solution. Mix equal parts of vinegar and water. Pour this solution into the overflow tube located in your toilet tank. The overflow tube directs cleaner into the rim jets during flushing. Soak overnight. Let the vinegar solution sit overnight to dissolve any hardened mineral deposits inside the rim jets. 3. Test the flush. After soaking, flush the toilet a few times to clear out any residue. By thoroughly cleaning these jets, you should notice a marked improvement in your toilet's flush strength. Another common cause of weak flushes is an incorrect water level in the toilet tank. If the water is too low, there isn't enough force to clear waste effectively. Adjusting the water level is easier than you might think, and it can make a huge difference in performance. After removing the tank lid, inspect the water line inside the tank. Ideally, the water should be about 1 inch below the overflow tube when the tank is full. If it's noticeably lower, you'll need to make an adjustment. A screwdriver, depending on your toilet's mechanism. Rubber gloves. Locate the float. Inside the tank, you'll see either a ball float or an adjustable cup float that regulates tank water levels. For a ball float, if your toilet has a ball float, gently bend the rod upwards to raise the water level or downwards if it's too high. This should adjust the amount of water that fills the tank after each flush. For a cup float, turn the adjustment screw counterclockwise to raise the water level or clockwise to lower it. The screw is usually located on the fill valve mechanism. 4. Flush and test. Once adjusted, flush the toilet to check if the water level has improved the flush. Repeat adjustments if necessary. Maintaining the correct water level ensures an efficient and powerful flush, saving you from unnecessary water usage. If your toilet is still underperforming after cleaning the rim jets and adjusting the water level, there may be a partial clog in the trapway, the curved internal pipe through which waste flows when you flush. For this, you'll need a specialized tool, a toilet auger. Unlike a traditional plunger, a toilet auger is specifically designed to navigate the curves of a toilet trapway. It safely removes stubborn blockages that restrict water flow without harming the delicate porcelain surface of the toilet bowl. A toilet auger, available at most hardware stores. Rubber gloves. Position the auger. Insert the auger's flexible end into the toilet bowl, aiming it toward the trapway opening. 2. Extend the cable. Turn the auger handle clockwise to release the cable into the trapway. Apply steady pressure to help the cable navigate through bends and blockages. 3. Break through the clog. Once the auger reaches resistance, gently push and twist the cable to break through or pull out the obstruction. Avoid forcing the auger, as this could damage the porcelain. 4. Retract the cable and test. Carefully retract the auger while continuing to turn the handle. Flush the toilet to ensure the water flows freely and the clog has been resolved. If the auger doesn't clear the blockage, you may need to repeat the process or consider professional help for more severe plumbing issues. Now that your toilet flushes like new, let's talk about how you can prevent future problems and keep your toilet running smoothly. A little proactive maintenance goes a long way. Avoid flushing items like sanitary products, wet wipes, or excessive amounts of toilet paper, which can cause clogs over time. Use a vinegar solution or commercial cleaner to clean the rim jets regularly, preventing the buildup of debris and minerals. Check the water level in your toilet tank every few months to ensure that it's properly adjusted and functioning effectively. Investing in tools like a toilet auger and a wire for cleaning rim jets can save you time and money on unnecessary plumbing calls. Additionally, keep white vinegar or a commercial descaling solution on hand for routine cleaning. In this video, we've walked you through 3 simple yet effective DIY solutions to fix weak or incomplete toilet flushes. Cleaning clogged rim jets. Adjusting the water level in your toilet tank. 3. Using a toilet auger to clear partial clogs in the trapway. These steps are not only beginner-friendly, but also ensure your toilet operates at peak performance, saving water and avoiding plumbing headaches. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like the video, share it with other homeowners, and subscribe to our channel for more practical home repair tips. With a little DIY effort, you've just reclaimed your flush's power. No plumber required. See you in the next video. Fixing flush problems, troubleshooting common toilet issues. A weak or incomplete toilet flush can be more than just a slight annoyance. It can waste water, disrupt your daily routine, and even hint at bigger plumbing problems down the line. But don't worry. In this video, we're going to help you fix these common flush problems quickly and cost-effectively, all without a plumber. By following this guide, you'll learn how to troubleshoot, identify, and resolve issues like clogged rim jets, improper water tank levels, or a partially clogged trapway. Let's get started. Before diving into the solutions, it's essential to understand what causes weak or incomplete toilet flushes. What exactly is happening if your toilet doesn't seem to clear waste in a single flush? Most commonly, the issue boils down to one of the following. Clogged rim jets. These are the tiny holes under the rim of the toilet bowl that release water during a flush. If they're blocked, they can reduce the power of the flush. Improper water level. If the water level in your tank is too low, there's not enough pressure to push waste down efficiently. Partially clogged trapway. A blockage in the trapway, the curved pipe built into your toilet, may restrict water and waste flow. The first step is always identifying the problem. Let's break these down, one by one, and tackle them with simple DIY solutions. One of the most common culprits behind weak flushes is clogged rim jets. These jets are responsible for evenly distributing water around your toilet bowl during every flush, ensuring a powerful and efficient cleaning. If they're blocked, your flush loses its effectiveness. Begin by examining the rim jets under the toilet bowl's edge. You may notice mineral buildup, discoloration, or debris clogging the holes. If water seems to trickle out unevenly during a flush, this could also be a sign of clogged jets. A sturdy wire or straightened paper clip. A flashlight. A vinegar solution. Rubber gloves. Safety. First, put on your rubber gloves. While this is a simple task, keeping your hands clean is always a good idea. 2. Locate the jets. Use your flashlight to spot the small holes under the toilet bowl's rim. Mineral deposits or dirt may obstruct them. 3. Unclog the jets. Gently insert the wire or straightened paper clip into each jet opening. Move the wire in a circular motion to loosen and remove any blockage. 4. Flush to test. Once cleaned, flush the toilet to see if the water flows smoothly from the rim jets. Vinegar. Solution. Mix equal parts of vinegar and water. Pour this solution into the overflow tube located in your toilet tank. The overflow tube directs cleaner into the rim jets during flushing. Soak overnight. Let the vinegar solution sit overnight to dissolve any hardened mineral deposits inside the rim jets. 3. Test the flush. After soaking, flush the toilet a few times to clear out any residue. By thoroughly cleaning these jets, you should notice a marked improvement in your toilet's flush strength. Another common cause of weak flushes is an incorrect water level in the toilet tank. If the water is too low, there isn't enough force to clear waste effectively. Adjusting the water level is easier than you might think, and it can make a huge difference in performance. After removing the tank lid, inspect the water line inside the tank. Ideally, the water should be about 1 inch below the overflow tube when the tank is full. If it's noticeably lower, you'll need to make an adjustment. A screwdriver, depending on your toilet's mechanism. Rubber gloves. Locate the float. Inside the tank, you'll see either a ball float or an adjustable cup float that regulates tank water levels. For a ball float, if your toilet has a ball float, gently bend the rod upwards to raise the water level or downwards if it's too high. This should adjust the amount of water that fills the tank after each flush. For a cup float, turn the adjustment screw counterclockwise to raise the water level or clockwise to lower it. The screw is usually located on the fill valve mechanism. 4. Flush and test. Once adjusted, flush the toilet to check if the water level has improved the flush. Repeat adjustments if necessary. Maintaining the correct water level ensures an efficient and powerful flush, saving you from unnecessary water usage. If your toilet is still underperforming after cleaning the rim jets and adjusting the water level, there may be a partial clog in the trapway, the curved internal pipe through which waste flows when you flush. For this, you'll need a specialized tool, a toilet auger. Unlike a traditional plunger, a toilet auger is specifically designed to navigate the curves of a toilet trapway. It safely removes stubborn blockages that restrict water flow without harming the delicate porcelain surface of the toilet bowl. A toilet auger, available at most hardware stores. Rubber gloves. Position the auger. Insert the auger's flexible end into the toilet bowl, aiming it toward the trapway opening. 2. Extend the cable. Turn the auger handle clockwise to release the cable into the trapway. Apply steady pressure to help the cable navigate through bends and blockages. 3. Break through the clog. Once the auger reaches resistance, gently push and twist the cable to break through or pull out the obstruction. Avoid forcing the auger, as this could damage the porcelain. 4. Retract the cable and test. Carefully retract the auger while continuing to turn the handle. Flush the toilet to ensure the water flows freely and the clog has been resolved. If the auger doesn't clear the blockage, you may need to repeat the process or consider professional help for more severe plumbing issues. Now that your toilet flushes like new, let's talk about how you can prevent future problems and keep your toilet running smoothly. A little proactive maintenance goes a long way. Avoid flushing items like sanitary products, wet wipes, or excessive amounts of toilet paper, which can cause clogs over time. Use a vinegar solution or commercial cleaner to clean the rim jets regularly, preventing the buildup of debris and minerals. Check the water level in your toilet tank every few months to ensure that it's properly adjusted and functioning effectively. Investing in tools like a toilet auger and a wire for cleaning rim jets can save you time and money on unnecessary plumbing calls. Additionally, keep white vinegar or a commercial descaling solution on hand for routine cleaning. In this video, we've walked you through 3 simple yet effective DIY solutions to fix weak or incomplete toilet flushes. Cleaning clogged rim jets. Adjusting the water level in your toilet tank. 3. Using a toilet auger to clear partial clogs in the trapway. These steps are not only beginner-friendly, but also ensure your toilet operates at peak performance, saving water and avoiding plumbing headaches. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like the video, share it with other homeowners, and subscribe to our channel for more practical home repair tips. With a little DIY effort, you've just reclaimed your flush's power. No plumber required. See you in the next video. Stop the rock. How to fix a wobbly toilet and replace the wax ring. Welcome, homeowners. If you've noticed your toilet rocking back and forth or leaking water at the base, you're in the right place. Not only can this problem be annoying, but it might also lead to serious water damage if left untreated. The good news? Fixing it is easier than you think. In this guide, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know to diagnose, repair, and prevent this issue, all with simple tools and a little elbow grease. Let's get started. Let's first talk about why your toilet is putting on this less than charming dance routine. Typically, there are 3 reasons your toilet might be rocking. An uneven base. Your floor may not be perfectly level, causing the toilet to wobble. Loose bolts. The bolt securing your toilet to the flange might be loose, making the entire setup unstable. A worn-out wax ring. The wax ring that seals the toilet to the flange might have degraded, creating leaks and instability. If you're also noticing water pooling around the base of your toilet or unpleasant odors, the wax ring is likely the main culprit. In addition, the problem might go deeper. Water damage under the floor could weaken the surface and make your toilet feel unstable. Don't worry. We'll cover how to identify this and when it's time to call a pro. Before diving in, let's make sure you have everything you need. Here's your list of tools and materials. Tools: wrench, putty knife, level, scraper, pliers, bucket, and a sponge or small towel for cleanup. Materials: new wax ring, toilet bolts, adjustable shims, and gloves. By working with the right tools, you'll ensure the repair process goes smoothly and safely. The first step is to prepare the toilet for removal. Don't worry, it's straightforward. Turn off the water supply. Locate the shutoff valve, usually behind the toilet near the floor, and twist it clockwise until the water stops running. Flush the toilet. This clears as much water as possible from the tank and bowl. 3. Remove residual water. Use a sponge or towel to soak any remaining water in the toilet bowl and tank. Keep a small bucket handy to wring out excess water. With your toilet now dry and water supply shut off, you're ready to start the real work. Safely removing the toilet is key to accessing the flange and wax ring beneath. Loosen the bolts. Use a wrench or pliers to unscrew the nuts securing the toilet to the flange bolts at the base. If they're rusted or stuck, gently apply penetrating oil and let it sit for 5 minutes before trying again. 2. Disconnect the water supply line. Detach the hose connected to the toilet tank. This will fully disconnect the toilet from the plumbing. 3. Lift the toilet. Carefully grasp the toilet bowl, lift it straight up, and place it on a thick towel or cardboard to protect your floor. Pro tip: ask for help if the toilet feels too heavy or awkward to lift on your own. Now that the toilet is removed, you'll see the flange and the likely old and messy wax ring beneath. Before installing the new wax ring, take a moment to inspect the area. Examine the flange. Look for cracks, broken edges, or uneven surfaces on the flange. A damaged flange might require repair or replacement using a repair kit. Check for uneven flooring. Gently press around the area where the toilet base rests. If you notice soft spots or discoloration, water damage might be present. We'll touch on this more later. Taking time to inspect these components now can save you from future headaches. This step is where things could get a little messy. It's time to remove that old, worn-out wax ring. Scrape away the wax. Use a putty knife or scraper to remove the old wax from the flange. Be thorough, as leftover residue can prevent the new wax ring from forming a proper seal. Clean the area. Wipe down the flange and surrounding area with a damp cloth to ensure a clean surface. The flange is now ready for a fresh start. Here's where the magic happens. You're about to create a tight, leak-proof seal. Place the new wax ring. Position the new wax ring on the flange, centering it over the opening. Prepare the toilet. Check the bottom of the toilet for any old residue and clean it off. This ensures the new wax ring adheres properly. Set the toilet in place. Lower the toilet slowly and evenly onto the wax ring. Align the bolt holes in the toilet base with the bolts on the flange. You may feel some resistance as the toilet compresses the wax ring. This is a good sign that the seal is forming correctly. Now that the toilet is in place, let's make sure it's stable and level. Tighten the bolts. Using a wrench, tighten the nuts onto the bolts at the base of the toilet. Don't over-tighten, as this could crack the porcelain. Check the level. Place a bubble level across the toilet seat to ensure it's sitting evenly. 3. Use shims if needed. If one side is higher than the other, slip a shim under the toilet base to level it out. Tighten the bolts slightly once the shims are in place. Congratulations! Your toilet is now wobble-free and properly secured. With the heavy lifting done, it's time to test everything. Reconnect the water line. Reattach the hose to the toilet tank and tighten it with pliers. 2. Turn on the water. Open the shutoff valve and let the tank fill up. 3. Test the toilet. Flush a few times to check for leaks around the base. Inspect carefully to ensure the wax ring seal is holding up. If everything looks dry and stable, you've nailed the repair. For a polished result, consider these final steps. Seal the base. Apply a thin bead of caulk around the base of the toilet where it meets the floor. This creates a neat appearance and prevents dirt from accumulating underneath. 2. Trim excess shims. If you used shims, cut off any excess material sticking out. 3. Clean up. Wipe down the toilet and surrounding area to remove any debris from the repair. Take a step back and admire your work. You've officially fixed a rocking toilet. If you discovered signs of water damage, such as a soft subfloor or discoloration while inspecting the area, it's important to address the issue immediately. Water damage can weaken the floor structure and lead to much bigger problems down the line. Sometimes, replacing the damaged section of flooring might be a DIY job. However, if the damage is extensive or you're unsure how to proceed, don't hesitate to call a professional. The cost of professional repairs is small compared to the potential expense of ignoring the issue. Fixing a rocking toilet or replacing a wax ring may seem challenging at first, but as you've seen, it's completely doable with the right tools and guidance. By following this step-by-step process, you've saved yourself the trouble of leaks, wobbles, and potential damage further down the road. Remember, home repair is about progress, not perfection. Every fix you tackle makes your home a better, stronger place. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other homeowners who may need advice. Thanks for watching. Now go enjoy your sturdy, wobble-free toilet. Master the art of clearing major clogs. Nothing is quite as frustrating as battling with a toilet that simply won't unclog no matter how hard you plunge. But before you give in and call the plumber, let me tell you, most clogs can be cleared with the right knowledge and tools. In this video, we're diving into the nitty-gritty of dealing with major clogs that require more than just a plunger. So, whether you're dealing with a clog right now, or just want to be prepared for the future, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll be handling major toilet clogs like a pro. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what we mean by a major clog. It's more than just a slow drain or a toilet that backs up temporarily. A major clog is a blockage so stubborn that your trusty plunger fails to break it loose. These clogs can happen for a variety of reasons. The most common ones? Flushing things that don't belong in the toilet. Items like wet wipes, feminine hygiene products, paper towels, or even too much toilet paper can cause serious problems. Major clogs aren't just inconvenient, they can also lead to bigger issues, like leaks, overflows, or worse, a plumbing backup. But don't worry, tackling them doesn't have to be intimidating. If you've never heard of a toilet auger, then I'm about to change your life, or at least your plumbing game. This tool is like a plunger's big brother, designed specifically for those tougher clogs. Let me walk you through what it is and how you can use it. A toilet auger is a flexible, spring-like tool with a handle on one end and a coiled tip on the other. It's built to reach deeper into your toilet's plumbing to grab hold of the blockage or break it apart. There are two main types of augers you'll want to know. Standard auger, perfect for moderate clogs that are within reach of the toilet's trap. That's the S shape in the plumbing. Heavy-duty auger, designed for deep-set, stubborn clogs. These have longer and sturdier cables to handle tougher jobs. Ready to give it a try? Here's how. Gear up. Start by protecting your hands with rubber gloves and, if possible, place a towel or tarp around the toilet to catch any mess. Position the auger. Insert the coiled end of the auger gently into the toilet bowl until it's positioned at the opening of the drain. 3. Extend the cable. Slowly turn the handle to extend the cable into the drain pipe. As you rotate the handle, the auger's tip either grabs the blockage or breaks it up. 4. Work the clog. Once you feel resistance, keep turning the auger to either dislodge the clog or pull it back up. This process may take a few minutes, so be patient. 5. Remove the auger, carefully retract the cable, and if you've pulled anything up, dispose of it properly. For heavy-duty augers, the process is similar, but these tools are built to reach further, so don't be afraid to use a little extra effort if needed. Sometimes even an auger won't clear the toilet on the first attempt. If that happens, ensure the auger cable isn't tangled or stuck. Try rotating the auger handle in the opposite direction to see if it catches the blockage. If all else fails, move on to other methods like chemical treatments, or call a plumber. Not all clogs can or should be handled with chemicals, but there are situations where they can be helpful. Knowing when it's appropriate to use chemical treatments can save you both effort and further damage to your plumbing. Chemical solutions work best on softer, organic clogs, like hair or grease buildup. If the clog is caused by something non-biodegradable, like a toy or sanitary product, chemicals won't help, and you'll need to stick to manual tools. There are two main types of products to consider. Enzyme-based cleaners. These are safer for your pipes and better for the environment. They work gradually by breaking down organic materials over time. Harsh chemical drain cleaners. These are fast-acting, but can damage old pipes or septic systems if overused. If you decide to go the chemical route, follow these guidelines. Always read the product instructions carefully. Use proper ventilation. Some drain cleaners release fumes that can be harmful if inhaled. 3. Pour the chemical solution directly into the toilet bowl as instructed and allow time for it to work. Avoid flushing right away. 4. If the clog doesn't clear within the recommended time frame, consider alternative methods. Important tip: never mix different chemical cleaners, as this can create dangerous fumes. While it's great to know how to clear clogs, wouldn't it be even better to avoid them in the first place? Here are some practical tips to keep your toilet running smoothly and clog-free. First and foremost, know what should and shouldn't go down your toilet. Only flush human waste and a reasonable amount of toilet paper. Never flush wipes, even if labeled flushable, paper towels, feminine hygiene products, dental floss, cotton swabs, or grease. Believe it or not all toilet paper is created equal. Choosing a brand that dissolves quickly in water can reduce the likelihood of buildup in your pipes. Pour hot water down your toilet once a week to break up minor buildup. Use enzyme-based cleaners periodically to dissolve organic materials before they become a problem. Clogs don't always start in the toilet. Keeping your overall plumbing system healthy by avoiding grease in kitchen sinks or debris in bathroom drains can make a big difference. In just a moment, we'll show you exactly how to tackle clogs step by step. Watch as we use a standard toilet auger to clear a moderate clog, then switch to a heavy-duty auger for a deeper blockage. We'll also demonstrate safe and effective use of an enzyme-based chemical cleaner, so you'll know what to expect when you try it yourself. Sometimes a clog is a sign of a bigger issue that a basic toilet auger or even chemical treatment can't resolve. You should call a plumber if the toilet remains clogged despite your efforts. Multiple toilets or drains in your home are backing up simultaneously. You hear gurgling sounds from your drains or toilet when running water elsewhere. These can all be signs of a major blockage in your sewer line, which requires professional equipment to inspect and fix. Congratulations! You've now got the knowledge and confidence to handle even the messiest toilet clogs. Let's recap. You learned how to identify major clogs and avoid common pitfalls. You discovered the magic of toilet augers, both standard and heavy-duty. You know when and how to use chemical solutions safely. And most importantly, you've got actionable tips to prevent clogs from happening in the first place. Clearing clogs doesn't have to be stressful. With a little practice, you can handle most situations quickly and easily while keeping your plumbing in peak condition. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more plumbing tips and tricks designed to make every homeowner's life a little easier. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.